What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Lindsay's Life. Today we are in my kitchen because we are getting ready to do one of my favorite things, which is baking. So I really have muffins on the brain because I called my grandmother a few days ago and I asked her what she was doing, and she said that she was making banana nut bread muffins, and I thought, ooh, those sound really good, but I don't have the stuff for them. I also don't have like blueberries or chocolate chips to make a normal type muffin that a lot of people tend to think of whenever you think you're making muffins. So I started scouring the internet looking for muffins that I already have all the ingredients for, and I found one, and it was called cinnamon muffins. So today we're gonna make cinnamon muffins. So for this, all you need is 1 cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of milk, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Even though sugar and cinnamon are already in those, we need a small bowl of just a little bit mixed together, so that's what the small measurements are. So we are going to go ahead and get ready to start these muffins. So I have my oven preheated to 375, and in a glass bowl I'm going to combine the flour, sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to whisk all that together by hand so that I don't have to change the attachment on my mixer here in a few minutes. Now in the mixer we're going to combine the milk, vegetable oil, and an egg. Now we've made a well in the middle of our dry ingredients, and we're going to add the wet ingredients into that and just mix it until it's barely combined because we don't want to overmix it. Next, all we have to do is divide this evenly into the muffin tins, which I have lined because I just so happen to have some leftover cupcake liners, and I'm going to use that for my pan so that I don't have to clean up as much afterwards. To divide these evenly, I'm just going to use an ice cream scoop. Now earlier I talked about having cinnamon and sugar combined in a little bowl, and that's what we're going to use next because we are actually just going to sprinkle this over the top of all the muffins before we put them in to bake. Now these are going to go in the oven for about 13 to 15 minutes at 375. Now we wait. So it's actually been about 20 minutes since the muffins went in, and they are ready to come out. I also have this nice little wire rack that I'm going to take them out, set them on to cool completely, and then they'll be ready to eat. From looking at the muffins, you can tell they kind of have like a harder exterior on the top, and that's from that sugar and cinnamon that was sprinkled on the top. If you don't like that, you can leave it off and just have regular muffins. But now let's get ready to try them and see how they turned out. It tastes like a cinnamon muffin, so I think this was successful.
So something that I didn't mention at all was that my muffins did not rise. They stayed like dense little pucks, and I didn't mention that when I was recording this video because I thought that my baking powder was going bad. I've had it for a while. So after this recorded, I went to check that, and I found out that I actually didn't use baking powder. I definitely used cornstarch. So that's why they didn't rise at all, and they were like pretty dense. So that was a little bit of a failure on my part, but the muffins were still good, and I definitely ate all of them. So judge me if you want to, but that's what I did.
So I got to have a lot of fun today because I really like to bake. You will probably see more baking videos in the future. If you have any ideas on what you want me to bake or anything that you want me to try, a recipe or anything like that, let me know. And I appreciate y'all coming along to make these muffins with me. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.